She's spoken out before about being stalked throughout her career, but now Sian Lloyd has revealed how the experience has affected her life. Speaking with S4C's current affairs program YBYDR Bedwar, the 58-year-old admitted that she no longer feels safe in her own home. "Sadly, I think it's completely changed my life," she said. "I've gone from someone hyper-confident, carefree, going from one thing to another, never looking over my shoulder. Now I look over my shoulder mentally and physically." One particular incident, which occurred last year, has left the Welsh star shaken up because the stalker was present at a rally event where Sian had been presenting awards. "Having driven up from London with my husband, there were loads of letters and right on top was a handwritten letter," she said, about returning to her Min Wales home. "I opened it and a picture fell out of the most revolting close-up of what we shall say was a man in a state of excitement, a man's private parts, and it could not have been a bigger close-up," she continued. "And there was an accompanying letter that said, 'This is for you,' and there's plenty more where that came from, and he even gave his phone number." Unfortunately, the police were unable to trace the individual, and Sian says she resents his intrusion enormously. "You could say he's done me a favor, as I'm incredibly alert because of what could go wrong, and it might sound as if I'm a scaredy cat or paranoid, but better that than the possibility of a tragic outcome," she said. Stalking remains an underreported crime, which has prompted a leading charity to appeal for victims to tell them their experiences. A report released this year by the Susie Lamplugh Trust said only around 26% of stalking is reported to the police, while 43% of those who did make a report found the response not very helpful or not helpful at all. Charity Communications Director Jane Harvey, 45, from Pembrokeshire, said, "Being stalked is very isolating. A lot of people who are victims of stalking suffer in silence. Nothing like this survey has ever been done before. We really want to understand as much as we can about what it's like to be a victim of stalking." The Violence Against Women and Girls report by the Crown Prosecution Service found the highest ever number of prosecutions were brought in 2015-16, totaling almost 13,000. Jane said, "Your life can be destroyed if you're the victim of stalking. We're hopeful that once the data is collected we can start to change things." Watch more videos at video.5la.net.